Frugal Chef. Let's make some chili today. I'm gonna go ahead and make this vegetarian because we've been eating too much meat this week. I promise you won't even miss the meat in this recipe. So come on, let me show you what we need. Okay, for this recipe, we're gonna need a medium yellow onion, which I've chopped. We're gonna need 4 medium tomatoes, which I've diced. We are gonna need 1.5 tablespoon chili powder. Right here we have 2 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and about a little more than 1/8 of cayenne pepper. That is optional, you know, you don't need to put cayenne in your food. 2 teaspoons of dried oregano leaves. I have 4 garlic cloves, which I've minced. I also have 2 cans of 15 ounces of kidney beans, and I am going to keep the liquid because I'm going to use it. I'm also going to use some molasses, some balsamic vinegar, and some olive oil. Okay, so let's cook. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some olive oil in our pan. I would say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to heat it. Okay, now that our oil is hot, we're going to go ahead and add our onions. And, you know, mix that well. And I'm going to add my garlic. Alright, so we're going to let these cook for about 2 or 3 minutes until the onion starts getting translucent. Okay, so now these onions have been cooking for 3 minutes. They're nice and translucent. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my spices. So I have my 1.5 tablespoon of chili, and my cumin, and my cayenne and paprika. Okay, and I am going to add my oregano. So what I want is, I want this to cook for a couple minutes until I can, you know, just to get those spices going in here. And this whole thing, you know, nice and infused. So we're just gonna stir this occasionally and let it cook for not more than 2 minutes. You don't want your spices to burn. So okay, so this has been cooking for about 2 minutes, and now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes. Okay, mix this really, really well. And then I'm going to add my beans. Now I just need to let this cook for about 30 minutes. Okay, we gotta let all these spices just melt into each other. And that's it. So I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and I'm gonna cook it for 30 minutes. Well, I'm gonna cover it, reduce the heat, and cook it for 30 minutes. And then when we come back in 30 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add the molasses and the vinegar in it, okay? And cook it for another 10 or 15 minutes like that. Then of course we'll serve it with some sour cream and I don't know, maybe some tortilla chips or some crackers, we'll see. But there you go. So that's it. That's all you have to do. Now we're going to cover it, let it cook, and we'll come back to put in the rest of the ingredients. Alright, these beans have been cooking for 30 minutes. They smell heavenly. Heavenly, I tell you, heavenly. So now I'm just going to season them with salt. I didn't do that in the beginning because, you know, my the kidney beans have salt in them already, and I wanted to taste, you know, how much I was gonna need to put in. Also, don't forget the chili powder has salt in it. So, all right. So now I'm gonna add molasses and then some vinegar to this. 1 tablespoon of molasses, okay, just dark molasses, and then about 1 teaspoon of vinegar. And this is just to counter the spiciness. And you know, sometimes I use dark chocolate instead of molasses. Today I wanted to just go ahead and use the molasses. So, and that's about 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. Alright, so now I'm going to just let this cook for another 15 minutes and then we'll serve it. Let's check our chili. Oh, yeah. This is wonderful. It smells great. I'm going to go ahead and serve this. Don't forget that all these recipes are at thefrugalchef.com. You know, we have a ton of good, healthy, frugal recipes that are easy to make, quick. I mean, how easy was this? Come on. You really don't need to be a super chef. And it tastes like you are. That's the beauty of this whole thing. So, here we have our bowl of chili. I'm just going to top it with some cream cheese, with some sour cream. And you know, I normally make cornbread with this, but I didn't make it this time. So I'm just going to put some tortilla strips on the side here. And there you have it. Bon appetit from thefrugalchef.com. Make sure you come by and see us.